Hi there, my name is Lindsay Gallahar, and I am going to be talking to you today about team building and management and leadership for the class Nursing 449 at Fort Hays State University. I'm representing my group, which consists of Casey Kilburn, Leslie Engel, Gage Reichert, and Susan Tucker. So let's start with a discussion of the history of teamwork, especially as it relates to nursing. More generally, teamwork has a lot of different meanings depending on the care setting or the setting that we are examining. So in general, definition of a team is when two or more people are working together towards a common goal. That applies to healthcare as well. It's the interaction or relationship of two or more professionals who are working interdependently to provide care to patients. This oftentimes takes the space of a multidisciplinary team, generally under the leadership of a physician, which includes nurses and ancillary staff as well, but everyone keeping the common goal of patient care and safety in mind. So more history on that front. In the 1970s, social psychologists studied groups and the impact of how that relates to teams, giving way to 1984 with what's called an input process output framework. This describes the different functions of a team that consists of organizational characteristic, individual team members, and characteristics of the environment. So those inputs influence the groups in the categories of emotional, attitude, behavior, and cognitive, and then outcomes identified by achievement of those goals and rating of the effectiveness of the team overall. In 1992, theorist Tannenbaum developed the integrated framework of team effectiveness. Again, this is relying on input and output as far as team processes go. And that leads us to Salas in 2005 with some foundational work on what's called the Big Five theory of teamwork. This consists of several different things. At the core of the team is leadership, orientation, mutual performance monitoring, being adaptable, and backup behavior. And then that's sort of surrounded by this consistency of closed loop communication, shared mental models, and mutual trust. So all of those surround and continuously support what is essentially the core of this model. This leads us to consider current practice in nursing leadership and management, and pulling forward the inspiration from Silas and the Big Five model comes Team Steps 2.0. So this is a framework for effective teamwork within the healthcare world. Some of the desired outcomes under this framework include shared goals, adaptability, mutual trust, patient safety, and effective teamwork. So with those 5 key principles, each one of those is broken down a little bit more. So team structure is very important. Obviously, there's a single goal in mind, which is promoting patient safety, and everyone on the team has to work together to promote that. An essential piece of this always is communication, and a big part of that, of course, is SBAR reporting, which makes care handoffs in particular much more seamless and results in fewer things falling through the cracks. Leadership is a huge part of that as well. And this focuses a lot on the team leader's responsibilities, such as organizing the team, setting the goals and maintaining focus on those goals, managing resources, which is obviously a huge issue in today's healthcare system as far as rising costs and the decreasing availability of appropriate, well-educated staff. It also involves situation monitoring. So like nurses know, this just this constant process of assessment, reassessment, keeping what's most important in the focus and working towards that goal. And then mutual support, because obviously it's not just the leader, it's a whole team as well, working towards that common goal, patient safety and success. So future trends and suggestions. This is, again, a pretty big deal as the population of the United States continues to age and age rapidly. We have a large contingent of baby boomers who are seeking out healthcare. I think that, in many ways, the hospitals are busier and more challenged than they have been in previous generations. So team building is very important in healthcare. So nurse managers continue to be faced with challenges as far as how to improve that teamwork. So there are many activities that they can do, and that is something that managers need to be focused on. Technology is one way to do that. It's a key factor in developing better communication, and it's something that a lot of younger nurses and younger staff members are much more comfortable with. So it can be a very effective tool to use. Some suggestions around that. We can use smartphones, so various apps can be used in order to participate in some of those team building activities. Better orientation days. I mean, we've all done those and sat through, 8, 9 hour days of just basically watching PowerPoint slides and taking down notes, and haven't really gotten to participate in a lot of interactive activities that may have been more engaging for us and build better teamwork. Another thing that's important to look at is instituting smaller teams. It can be a better way to maintain organization and encourage better closed loop communication, the fewer number of individuals that are involved in that group. So I hope you enjoyed that presentation. Again, we all see this as a very important thing as nursing moves forward, and our population continues to age, and we're faced with more challenges and less money to do it with. So thank you very much.